I would like to request another son of Side from the Kashmir Valley, Dr. Sayyid Anayatullah Drabi Sahab, to say a few words.
Thank you, Raja Mizabad for inviting me, and ladies and gentlemen, I have not been told that I have to speak here. I don't have to make a speech actually. Only a few points which have come to my mind during sitting here. Actually, one of the big challenges before us, before all of those who talk about Kashmir or are concerned about Kashmir, is to do something to break the linkage which India has created for the past 15-16 years between terrorism and Kashmir issue. India did it right from the beginning, soon after '89 when the present movement started. India said it is all cross-border terrorism. The world did accept it partly, but they said, okay, there is terrorism, but there is also an issue of Kashmir. But over the years, what has happened is, almost for all practical purposes, the world has accepted that it's all terrorism, and as if there is no issue of Kashmir. It was very clear when Prime Minister David Cameron visited India. He was in a hurry to make a statement that Pakistan should not look both ways. It was taken as if he said this as if he is favoring India's occupation of Kashmir. I mean, the issue has got so much linked up that it has to be broken somewhere. One has to say that actually there is an essential link. I mean, I have been asked to say a few words. I will keep to that, but there is a fundamental essential link, and about this link we held a conference here in 2001 in University of London. I organized it. There is an essential link. The link is that Kashmir goes to 47, goes back, and 47 was all about different nationalities of India when they were thinking of their post-British future. Muslims also thought, and they thought we will have a sovereign presence. Kashmir could have been part of that. And so others also thought, Sikhs thought, the Dalits also thought. Dr. Ambedkar was very friendly with Jinnah, and they were always seen together. So many people thought, and they were genuine in thinking that, because India was a huge continent, 4 language families spoken in India, so many languages. So after the demise of empire, everybody thought of a sovereign nationhood. And so did Muslims, and they got something called Pakistan. So there is an essential link there. But now the link has been too much messed up that there is a right of self-determining issue of Kashmir. And when President Obama visited India, he did answer a journalist's question, and he said there is a long-standing dispute. But he did not say anything about the issue of self-determination of Kashmiris. Now, the challenge before Kashmiris and all those concerned with Kashmir is to break this link and bring up the Kashmir issue in its right perspective, that is, it is an issue of self-determination for Kashmiri people. I must tell you that since '89, to my knowledge, there is a Kashmir movement. Inside Kashmir, there is a huge Kashmir sentiment, undefeated, unkilled for the past 62 years. Actually, no blood-spilled sentiments, no blood-spilled convictions, no blood can be invented ever. So this sentiment is very much there. It is, I don't say it is as fresh as it was, I say it is reinforced. I mean, I remember my college days in late 70s when we were going out in strikes. There was, if we had a difficult exam paper, we would throw the papers and come out of the examination hall and have a strike, and the second slogan was pro-Pakistan and anti-India. So this Kashmir was always that. But these days, if you see the protests and demonstrations, they are much more aggressive than they were at our times. So the sentiment has been reinforced. The sentiment is there. And what I bring to your attention is that to manage this Kashmir issue, there have been proper organized structures all around, in Kashmir, in Pakistani Kashmir, in USA, in Britain. To my knowledge, such an organization did not exist before 1889. We have a huge organization at the moment in Kashmir, in Pakistan Kashmir, in Britain, in USA, and elsewhere also. My feeling and feeling of so many Kashmiris, particularly Kashmiris from the Indian side, who talk to me, whom I talk to, a growing feeling is that this organization is not yielding much. It's not, there's a huge organization, there is a huge structure, but there's a very little function. There should always be a proportion between function and organization. I must tell you a single example. Maulana Fazlur Rahman is he is the chairman of the Kashmir Committee in Pakistani Parliament. He has the status of the minister. He was recently here. I was also at that reception in Pakistani High Commission. He talked and he gave the impression as if he was a let down man, a desperate man. He had come here. Nobody had cooperated with him. He did not have audience with ministers, not with MPs. And a friend of mine who attended the meeting organized by Mushtaq Lashari here in this House of Lords or House of Commons, a friend of mine later reported to me what had happened. He said there was not a single member of parliament there. And he was addressing to members of parliament. There was no member of parliament there in the audience. My submission is that so many well-wishing people, well-wishing organizations, the need of ours is that we must coordinate with each other. There should be a better coordination. Rather than creating new structures, there are huge structures already. There are huge, lot of money spent, but we should have better coordination and see how efforts can deliver. So far, delivery-wise, things are not very hopeful, very good. I mean, I could say a few more things, but I will stop here. I will only end with one thing here, that as you know, army is all in all in Kashmir. They can boot out the chief minister. I mean, if chief minister ever tells you anything, don't believe him. I mean, a simple army officer can kick off the chief minister. This is how Kashmir has been. You can see that army in India is most apolitical. They are a miserable lot, less paid, but army generals make political statements about Kashmir. Only in case of Kashmir, they are allowed to make political statements. Recently, the army general made a political statement and the defense minister came to his defense. He said, yeah, he has a right to express his views. Otherwise, if army expresses any views in India, it's taken very seriously and they're told to shut up, and they always keep shut up. But in case of Kashmir, they can make statements. That means it has all been given to army. So I appeal to all the conscience of the people who are staying in British House of Lords or House of Commons to take notice of this. And my submission will be that there should be more and more coordination and operational functional coordination and unity among all those who are working for us.
We have got another session after 4 o'clock, which we will have only Kashmiris. If any member of parliament joins us, welcome, but we will have a separate session which we will discuss about this coordination as well today.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you very much.
That's good.